What's going on, everybody? It's October, and that can only mean one thing. No, not that thing. I'm talking about another Steam Next Fest event. If you were like me, money is always an issue, and I hate wasting it on crap games and missing out on great hidden gems. Therefore, it's my YouTube duty to share my findings during the countless hours I spend searching through the Steam store to take you from feeling like this to this when you're doing this. And with that, I bring you the top 5 most interesting Indies Steam Next Fest Edition October 2021. Before we get started, please take a second to like the video, as it really helps a new channel like mine. Treasures of the Aegean is a 2D Metroidvania-style historical action thriller. It follows parkour master Mary Taylor and treasure hunter James Andrew as they unveil the secrets of a forgotten ancient civilization stuck in an endless time loop. It seems like there are a lot of time loop themed releases dropping currently, but this game's unique visuals and art design really make it stand out to me. I get vibes of Uncharted and Comic Zone from it, and the combination of that with a non-linear open world and interesting story concept have me really pumped for this. It's being developed by Undercoders and published by Numskull Games, and they are aiming for a Q4 2021 release date on Steam, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Outbreak Island is a survival game that puts you in the shoes of Howard Chapman, a detective tasked with investigating the mysterious Erlin Island, where some kind of experiment gone wrong has driven the inhabitants crazy. I really like the mashup of survival craft and narrative-driven investigation elements, and think that if done right, this will really set Outbreak Island apart from its peers. The camera elements are reminiscent of something like Outlast, and I'm personally totally cool with that. I'm a big fan of survival crafting games, but I do often wish for more narrative direction and progression, and Outbreak Island looks set to address that issue nicely. This is being developed by Tiny Magicians and published by Hype Train Digital. Unfortunately, the release date is still TBA, but stay tuned to the channel for more info on the game when it hits the Steam store. I'm super excited to talk about this one. Witchwood is a beautiful, stylized 2D crafting adventure RPG set in a gothic fable and fairy tale inspired world. You assume the role of the Witch of the Woods and set about exploring, crafting, brewing potions, and passing your witchy judgment on a really interesting looking cast of characters. It's colorful and imaginative with a wonderfully quirky and unique looking art style. I'm going to be checking the demo out during Steam's Next Fest and hopefully posting some gameplay to the channel, so stay tuned. This one is scheduled for a 2021 release still and is coming out on Steam, Switch, Windows, Xbox, PlayStation, Linux, and Mac. I can't say I ever wanted to play a game about a snail. In fact, yes, you, watching this right now, can you honestly tell me you've ever wanted to play a game about a snail? No, that's right. If you answered yes, get help. That all changed for me after watching the gameplay trailer for Sid the Snail. This is a badass twin-stick shooter starring Clid, a, quote, troublemaking, eccentric snail who has just been exiled from his home citadel. With the help of your Firefly sidekick Bilu and a newfound gang of outcasts, the game pits you against a mysterious slug plague that is sweeping the land. This game is just so stylized and cool with a dark, humorous tone. This is developed by Weird Beluga Studio and published by Koch Media with a late 2020 aim for a release date on Steam, Windows, and PlayStation. There's also a demo out now to tide you over until then. Forgive Me Father is a Lovecraftian, retro horror FPS with a really unique art style combining 13-style comic book elements with an aesthetic I personally find reminiscent of Blood and the build engine classics of my youth. I really love the contrast of 2D sprite enemies in a fully 3D world, and the lighting and visual effects shown in the announcement trailer look awesome and gory. I know there has been a recent wave of retro-styled FPSs, but I think Forgive Me Father has a certain uniqueness, and it certainly jumped out at me among the multitude of games promoted during the current Steam Next Fest, hence it being included in this list. The game is being developed by Byte Barrel and published by 1C Entertainment. The official announcement trailer has the early access release coming out on October 28th, 2021, exclusively on Steam, but the store page for the game currently says October 26th, so keep your eyes on the channel for more news on this one as it comes. Okay, everybody, that does it for today. I hope you found these games as interesting as I did. Please let me know in the comments what games you found the most interesting during this recent Steam Next Fest, and maybe think about hitting that subscribe button to stay notified for more videos like this. As always, thanks for watching The Indie Game Enthusiast. Peace.